LEGO has created a lot of fun, creative play features throughout their line, and they only enhance the play most of the time. And with Star Wars specifically, there are a lot of different things that shoot projectiles, and LEGO has come up with some really neat ways of recreating that. I mean, when the thing is called Star Wars, you can only imagine just lasers flying everywhere and blasters and lightsabers and things like that. So there's a lot of different weapons that LEGO had to come up with for this, and I think that they did a decent job. So today I thought I'd give my thoughts and feedback on the different weapons that LEGO's come up with. Starting with the stud shooter. This thing cannot be called a regular blaster. It is too oversized for that. It works great for maybe a rocket launcher or something, but for a minifigure, this is not a blaster. It's too big, which it is a miracle that LEGO decided to switch back to these regular blasters that look so much better. And there are two generations of the stud shooter. This one has the stud placed in sideways, which is a little weird, but it still works. They have these tabs on the top of the guns that allow you to fire off the studs to never be seen ever again. And then there's this abomination, a 6-studded shooter. Yeah, you are never finding those, pal. Ever. I will say, though, that these can be easily integrated into a lot of different sets. There are definitely some instances where it feels like we should have got something with a little more punch. Next is the Flickfire Missile. Love it or hate it, this is a huge part in LEGO Star Wars, and some other LEGO themes as well, but mainly LEGO Star Wars. Although they don't launch very far. Never mind. So they can launch decently far, and I find them pretty satisfying when they're not hurting your fingernails. Just imagine like a large missile rack ready to be deployed just with the flick of a finger. Kinda cool, but also painful. Plus, this thing is 100 times easier to find than a tiny little stud, which is why I do rank it as a little bit funner and just better than a stud shooter as far as playability goes. Although stud shooters tend to be way more accurate, I will give it that. But then there is the spring-loaded projectile. Fires off amazingly. This thing is pretty easy to find, too. There are definitely instances where the tail jolts out quite a bit, but LEGO also does an amazing job of just hiding the tails. Like, you don't even see the tail there. And they can also look amazing on display. This is my favorite. It just is. But I'm definitely curious what you guys think.